This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed three-division champion of the world, Terrence "Bud" Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan García.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
This is one of my favorite venues. Get the right fight, you got a night of fun.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Punch is beginning to take its toll. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
These two are the perfect dance partner.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Perfect punch. Oh, that punch. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? Punch is beginning to take its toll. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
The bell to start the round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little touch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Catching him up again. Smart move there to buy some time.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They miss with the jab. Seconds are so precious at this stage of the game.
You've got to save that in the back, because if you're ever hit and hurt, a clinch will save your life. You've got to hold on, clear your head, step off again, push them, hold them, lean them down. So when you're going to use those clinches, you're on the blind side of the referee, then let go.
That hook doesn't score. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal. Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
He'll hug him again, but you can't blame him, can you?
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace. You're making them feel uncomfortable. It's something they're not used to.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And now going for the finish. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working. The bell to start the round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Perfect counter shot. Swing and a miss with the hook. Good counter punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's in a...
Wise move here to try and slow the momentum down here by grabbing on.
You cannot do it too often because the referee is going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Think of holding on here for a minute. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare.
Are we about to see a first round knockout? Johnny, I thought they were supposed to hit each other, not hold each other.
Had to hold on, getting hurt every time the punches land.
So his offense gets stifled there by a clinch.
You can't do that too often because the referee is eventually going to start taking points off you. You saw the referee watch, look, didn't say anything, just gestured to say, I've checked you. Now be careful.
Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more cautious? Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't...
Why weren't they covering up? True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they get into trouble, and that's what he's done right here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He just misses with that jab. A wise veteran move there to clinch.
Sometimes you've got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight until your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Swing and a miss with this round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Can they finish it? Why does he continue to hold? The referee can take a point here.
Yeah, you got to clinch. Well, the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the conditions. Get him to just feel uncomfortable. Keep doing unorthodox things. I don't mind that now and again, but don't make a habit of it.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare.
And a good decision here to hold on.
Tells me so much when a fight is holding on. It means they've been hurt, it means they're tired, or it means they don't know what to do.
Catching him up again. Oh, what a punch! This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
And there's the bell to start the round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
So once again, they'll clinch, and one of these fighters has got to take the lead here.
I don't know if it's a dancing competition or a fight.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these? We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Whoa, wait a minute, what a shot! Smart move to clinch there, but the referee's only going to let you do that so often.
What you've got to do is you're doing it to get an advantage. The comparison is probably football. Ballers will pretend to hit and roll around 6-7 times just to get...
Is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. Very competitive round here so far. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense.
Whoa, wait a minute. What a shot. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
Another scoring shot there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter shot. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
much firepower here. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. What a massive upset this would be. Looks like he might not be as hurt as we thought.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to...
You know, what's the referee thinking right now? Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
That counter shot lands. That one will count. I'll try and relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. Punch, counter punch. Counter shot lands. This has been a very competitive round between these two. These fighters sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
And remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots a round. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. You can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. A perfect counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. So it's plan B. And there's the bell to start the round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nope, that hook won't score. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweight.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you've got fighters at these weight divisions, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the half. How many more times is the referee gonna let these fighters clinch each other without taking a point?
You cannot do it too often because the referee's going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
Where was the defense? Oh, and that changes everything! And down they go! Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that on replay over and over again.
I've got to see that again.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout.